Hey guys, and welcome to Pirate Hunter Trophy. And in today's video, Erza from Fairy Tail and Boa Hancock from One Piece are going to clash. And don't be fooled by these two beautiful women. The fact that they were slaves and have the mark that shows they were slaves and that they are top-ranked people makes them dangerous fighters. Join us as we discuss who will win this matchup. In the right wing, we have Hancock. She is regarded by both allies and enemies alike as being incredibly powerful. Hancock, who rules alongside her sisters, has authority over Amazon Lily and the other Kuja tribal members. Hancock, the tribe's empress and commander, is the most powerful Kuja combatant. The Kuja have the belief that strength is beauty, and as she is regarded as the most beautiful person in the world by all tribe members, they assume that she is also the most powerful and strongest member of the tribe. Sengoku of the Marines, the fleet admiral at the time, has even acknowledged the strength of the woman. Given her incredible strength, Gloriosa thought Hancock had little chance of losing the Marineford War. Even the former Admiral Kuzan spoke highly of her abilities and warned against underestimating her. She was one of the 3 warlords that managed to escape the conflict unharmed, which is another evidence of her fortitude. She obtained an 80 million berries bounty following her first pirate campaign, demonstrating her abilities. Her reward increased to 1,659,000,000 berries once the 7 warlords of the sea were disbanded more than 10 years later. This demonstrates her strength even more, given that, in contrast to the other warlords, she has yet to previously participate in high-profile events. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. Hancock gets many of her powers from her devil fruit, the Love fruit or Mero no Mi. Because of the powers of the Mero no Mi, Boa Hancock can scare away both men and women who want her or are attracted to her in some other way. Hancock typically scares people who are drawn to her in a matter of seconds using the Love beam. This immediately turns them into stone and they can't get out of it unless Hancock breaks it herself. The real scary thing about this devil fruit is that it can also turn lifeless things into stone if she wants it to. With skills like Perfume Femur, Slave Arrow, and Pistol Kiss, she can turn things like cannonballs or pacifistas into stone. She can also do this to people who don't like her. The full power of her devil fruit hasn't been shown yet, but it's so strong that Blackbeard himself went to Amazon Lily to steal it. But Hancock turned his entire crew to stone in a matter of seconds, including 2 of the 10 Titanic captains. Even though the skills of the Mero no Mi make her a very powerful woman, they are probably not what makes her the best. Hancock knows how to use Haki well because she is a Kuja. This power is nothing special on Amazon Lily because everyone can use it. It's almost like Haki comes easily to them, while other people have to work at it to get it to work. On Amazon Lily, even the weakest fighters are able to use Haki. Hancock is the strongest person on the island, so it makes sense that her Haki is the best. This makes her one of the few women in One Piece with the Supreme King Haki, also called the Conqueror's Haki. Since the Kuja are a Haki-based group, and Hancock is the strongest person who can use Conqueror's Haki, it makes sense that Boa Hancock's Conqueror's Haki is very powerful. Oda just recently told people that infusion is where the real power of Conqueror's Haki lies. Anyone can strengthen their offensive and defense skills by covering themselves in Conqueror's Haki. Kaido says that this Conqueror's Haki infusion is only possible for a small number of the best people. Luffy learned it during the Wano arc, and fans have recently found out that Big Mom, Yamato, Shanks, and even Garp also have this power. Boa Hancock is from a tribe that is good at using Haki, and she uses Conqueror's Haki a lot. She should very likely be able to use this skill as well. Fans haven't seen her conqueror's haki in action yet, but it's only a matter of time before she uses it and shows everyone her true secret power. In the left wing, we have Erza Scarlet. She is one of the fiercest magicians in Fairy Tail. Erza, who is frequently in command, continues to be her guildmate's standard bearer for strength until the bitter end. She even held the position of guildmaster for a while because of how highly respected her skills and leadership are. Unlike the other Fairy Tail characters, Erza doesn't cast spells at random. She primarily uses summons to provide armor, weapons, and other appropriate gear for the current conflict. Because the utility of the armor sets is frequently situational, rating their strengths necessitates an examination of how well they repel threats. Therefore, it is safe to say some of her armors are her true arsenal. Her abilities entail: one of Erza's most powerful pieces of armor is Heaven's Wheel. This armor call could be Erza's signature move if there was such a thing. Heaven's Wheel is a powerful crowd control move introduced early in the series. Erza sets up hundreds of swords around her at once and fires them telekinetically. Erza can use more long spells like Circle Sword and Trinity Sword when she wears the Heaven's Wheel armor. Also, the sword summoned for Heaven's Wheel can be used for regular melee hits like Pentagram Sword. As if that wasn't enough, our dear Titania can fly with this armor. As promised, the Wind God Sword is a very strong blade that lets you use wind magic. It's part of the Wind God armor, but it seems like the sword is where this re-equip's real power lies. The armor is mostly just a cool outfit though. The Wind God Sword is on this list because Erza's wind magic is strong enough to beat the powerful sand magic of the Spriggan 12's Agil when she uses it. When Fairy Tail wizards use words like God in their moves, you know things are pretty serious. Next is Piercing Armor. As the series reaches its climax, it makes sense that the heroes will have to pull out some heavy-duty power to keep up with the dangers. The Piercing Armor comes with a sword that can break through even the toughest walls. During the Tartaros arc, Erza used the weapon to drill through Tartaros' huge floating base. By doing this, Erza could hit Kyoka, a very powerful wizard who was hard to beat. Since Kyoka had locked Erza up and abused her before the fight, it was good that this new weapon had such an effect. She also possesses the Nakagami Starlight. This unique move comes from Erza's second origin, which unlocked a famous set of armor that only a few people can wear because it takes so much magic power. This re-equip comes with a halberd that can cut through space, making it a useful tool for removing strong magic. Erza is fighting Sabertooth's Minerva, a master of the spatial magic territory, when she first uses Nakagami Starlight. Erza is lucky because the Nakagami armor is best at cutting through spatial magic. Nakagami Starlight is likely Erza's most powerful attack magic in terms of raw power. But what is the most powerful move or piece of defense Erza possesses? Erza's specialty, spatial magic called Requip, is the power that makes it all possible. Even though Erza is strong, she can't walk around with hundreds of breastplates and greaves on her back. Through Requip, she can keep her gear and call it up when she needs to. Erza's go-to magic skill makes sure she is ready for anything, and most of the time gives her the best way to fight or defend against her opponent's magic. Also, since this fight is taking place in the world of One Piece, it stands to reason that Erza would be one of the few women to possess all three forms of haki, being most a master at armament haki. Her power level would be equal to or more than Zoro, earning her a total of around 1.2 billion berry bounty. Her Requip skill would be as a result of a devil fruit, maybe the bag fruit that allows her to store anything in that bag, and with that, let's get into the fight. The battle between Erza and Boa Hancock was intense from the start. Erza charged forward with her sword while Hancock gracefully dodged the attack and struck back with her powerful kicks. Erza blocked the kicks with her armor, but Hancock's strength was greater than she expected, and she was pushed back several feet. Erza regained her balance and launched a counterattack, swinging her sword in a wide arc. But Hancock was too quick for her, and she leapt over the attack, landing behind Erza and delivering a blow to her back. Erza winced in pain, but quickly recovered and turned to face her opponent. Erza then used her Heaven's Wheel to fly into the air and throw hundreds of swords at Boa Hancock. But Hancock's devil fruit powers were a formidable challenge for Erza. Each sword just landed as a pile of stones. Then the Kuja Pirate Queen used her metal abilities to try and turn Erza into stone, but Erza's iron willpower allowed her to resist the effect and break free, only turning her equipment. With a determined expression, Erza covers herself in Conqueror's Haki and charges forward. The two women continue to trade blows, neither one gaining a significant advantage. Erza's Haki protected her from Hancock's powerful attacks, but Hancock's speed and agility made it difficult for Erza to land a solid hit. As the battle wore on, Erza's stamina began to wane. Hancock noticed her opponent's fatigue and pressed the attack, landing a series of powerful blows that sent Erza tumbling to the ground. Erza struggled to get back up, but her body felt heavy and unresponsive. Hancock approached her with a confident smirk, but Erza suddenly sprang to her feet, a determined glint in her eye. With a fierce shout, Erza unleashed a powerful sword technique that sent shockwaves rippling through the air. Hancock was caught off guard, and she stumbled backwards, barely managing to dodge the attack. As a last result, Hancock employs her most powerful devil fruit attack. With this attack, she can target a specific organ in the human body and turn it into stone. She aims at Erza, and the hit connects. Erza freezes in her tracks, and her stone heart crushes. Hancock takes the victory. Well, that's it for today. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe.